Welcome back, scholars. This video is from Study Island, and it's going to cover context clues like we just worked on in the last video. We're going to go with context clues in literature. Remember, when you log into Study Island, it's also a chance for you to make up work if you weren't able to log into a Zoom session for that topic. We've already taken the diagnostic test, and you can see the categories broken down. Okay? We're going to find context clues in literature under developing and sustaining foundational language skills. Alright? Let's get started. You can do a couple with us, and remember to watch your lesson. Flashcards give you a hint. You can also practice and play game mode with the questions. And if you get bored, you can get your printable worksheets, get the printer out, tell mama to print them, and play school with your friends. Teach them something. Here we go. Select the correct text in the passage. Which word helps the reader to know what the word mellow means? Give you a second to read that paragraph real quick. Remember, as we read, we may come across a word we don't know. Look for the clues in the story. Look for the clues in the sentence. We might have to use the whole paragraph, the sentence before, the sentence after, but we will find a clue for those vocabulary words. Here we go. Stretched out in the grass near the dugout and with its eyes closed, a yellow cat looked mellow as it lay in the sun. I wish I could be as relaxed as that yellow cat. A brown cat sat nearby. With wide-eyed stare, it was looking for birds in the tree. Today, I felt like the brown cat. I was in the outfield waiting wide-eyed for the batter to hit the baseball to me. Like the brown cat, I had to be ready to pounce when my chance came. Who? A cat. What? Laying in the sun. Okay, who? A yellow cat. What is the yellow cat doing? Laying in the sun. Think about you going out in the grass and laying in the sun. How do you feel? Okay? How do you feel? Well, this cat feels mellow. What made you feel that way? What made you feel that way? Closing your eyes made you feel that way? Sitting in the grass made you feel that way? Stretching out in the grass made you feel that way? Or laying in the sun made you feel that way? Which one? So our answer choices are the blue words. And you have to pick which blue word helps you know what the word mellow means. Does stretched help you know what mellow means? Remember, how did you feel when you were laying in the sun? Did you feel stretched? Did you feel yellow? Did you feel relaxed? Did you feel nearby? Or did you feel stare? Correct. You felt relaxed. Relax helps you understand what the word mellow means. Next question. Which word helps the reader to know what the word mellow means? The flyby. We have to find an example of a liquid, but according to this story. Some stories change. We always have to pay attention to the words in the story, guys, not from what we know. But we all know what a liquid is. We all know the traits of a characteristic, or the characteristics of a liquid, right? All right, let's read the flyby and find which answer is an example of a liquid. Pesky had lived around city trash cans all his life, ever since he was in the larval stage. But Pesky really wanted to find a suburban picnic. From other insects, he had heard stories about the food outside the city. He wanted to taste fresh food. He no longer wanted decayed food from the trash. Pesky needed liquid, so he dreamed of hamburger grease, soda pop, and melted ice cream. According to paragraph 1, which of the following is an example of liquid? Pie crust, frozen yogurt, boiled egg, or orange juice? If we look at the words after liquid, we get an example of some of the liquids. Let's keep reading to see if we can find which one that he drank. One afternoon, Pesky took the short trip outside the city and found a backyard picnic. The Millers had just started eating, so Pesky decided to join them. He flew onto the rim of a soda can. Mr. Miller quickly shooed him away. Then, Pesky landed on an apple pie and walked all the way down its middle before being shooed away by Miss Miller. She did not like the way he spread his cooties over the pie's diameter. He never knew bothering people could be so fun. He landed on the kid's plate and buzzed everyone's ears. Pesky was having the time of his life until the Millers moved indoors. Pesky tried to fly inside, too, but they shooed him away and quickly slammed the door behind them. But next door to the Millers, Pesky spotted a backyard table filled with food. The Smiths were over by the grill waiting for their hot dogs. "I will dig in before they do," Pesky said. "Then I can have my fun by buzzing their ears and landing on their food." So we need an example of a liquid. Remember, we got a few examples like hamburger grease, soda pop, and melted ice cream. If you think of the characteristics for those 3 examples, they're all runny. They're all free-flowing. Like pie crust? No. Like frozen yogurt? It's a little runny, but it says frozen, so it's going to be hard. Boiled egg? That's a solid. What about orange juice? Can we drink it? Yeah. Is it free-flowing? Yeah. Is it a liquid? Sure. Next question. What phrase from the story helps reader figure out the meaning of the word diameter? Okay, let's go back to the paragraph where we find the word diameter. Then Pesky landed on an apple pie and walked all the way down its middle before being shooed away by Miss Miller. She did not like the way he spread his cooties over the pie's diameter. Your clue is pie. Think about a pie. He's walking down the middle of an apple pie. A pie is in a circle shape. Which words help us figure out the meaning of the word diameter? Walked all the way down its middle, spread his cooties, landed on an apple pie, or being shooed away by Miss Miller? What do we think? Spread his cooties tells us what diameter means. Landed on an apple pie tells us what diameter means. Being shooed away by Miss Miller. What do we think? Our best possible answer? Yes. Walked all the way down its middle. A diameter is a straight line passing through the center of a circle. The phrase, walked all the way down its middle, best helps the reader figure out the meaning of the word diameter. When you take a circle and draw a line down the middle, that's the diameter of the circle. Next question. Insects is another way to say, well, let's go to the paragraph where we find the word insects. From other insects. From other insects. He had heard stories about the food outside the city. Well, what is Pesky? He's a fly. What is a fly? An insect or a bug. He's not people. He's not trash cans. He's not large cities. The only other living object in these answer choices besides people, and we know he's not a people because look at the picture. He's a bug. Based on the story, Which of the following is an example of something that is most likely decayed? Well, let's go to this paragraph where we find the word decayed. Highlight that sentence. He no longer wanted decayed food from the trash. We have an example where we find decayed food. We don't have examples of decayed food, but we know where we find it, in the trash. What goes in the trash, guys? Squishy apples, possibly. Does crispy lettuce go in the trash? No, that's fresh lettuce. Does blooming flowers go in the trash? No, they're fresh flowers. Does fresh eggs go in the trash? No, they go in my belly. I love eggs. So our only possible answer is squishy apples. Next question. Suburban. Which phrase in the story helps the reader understand the meaning of the word suburban? Well, let's use our context clues in the paragraph where we find the word suburban. Highlight that sentence. So, but Pesky really wanted to find a suburban picnic. Sometimes we have to use the clues in the sentence before and the sentence after. Okay? It's clues all around the story. We just have to process them while we're thinking, guys, while we're reading. Okay? Pesky had lived around city trash cans all his life. But he wanted a suburban picnic. From other insects, he had heard stories about the food outside the city. Okay? So he was an insect that lived in the city. He heard from his little bug friends that they have good food outside the city. So our best clue for suburban is outside the city. A lot of us live in suburbans around the city of Dallas. They're smaller towns or cities around a major city. A suburban picnic must be food outside the city, because outside the city helps the reader understand the meaning of suburban. A small town or city outside of a larger metropolitan area. Thank you, guys. You can continue to answer the questions in context clues and literature. We've done 5 to 6 for you. That would give us a 60%. We have 100% so far, but that would give us a 60% if we stop. But you're going to keep going in that topic to try to get 100. Okay? Context clues and literatures. Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon with the next video.